Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Charles, Cather here. Today's my video is a little bit different. Usually my videos are about Serbia. I have about 500 videos about Serbia. Today it's different. I had somebody send me something called an accent tag. It's an old thing, but I found it very, very interesting, so I thought I would do it. Accent tag is trying to let you hear the way different parts of the world say different words, especially in the USA, because the United States is a very big place, 50 states, lots of different accents and different things. I'm from the middle of Illinois, right in the Midwest, east central Illinois, actually really close to the Indiana border, so my accent's a little different than some people's. And so today I've got this listing of words. You can look in the description of the video and follow along with these words if you like. And this is really interesting, so you can look up like Midwestern accent, California accent, New Orleans accent, and different things. So here we go in these words. The first word here I say, garage is how I say that word, garage. Next one is herb. It's got an H, but the H is silent, so I say herb. Okay. Next one, schedule is how I say that word, schedule. Next one, figure is how I say that. Next one, jaguar is how I've always said that word. Jaguar is how I say it. Some people say jaguar, but I say jaguar. Next one, lieutenant is how I say that word, lieutenant. Next one, water. If you're a foreigner, spoken conversational English, usually the T has a D sound. So I say water, water. That's how I say it. Next one, advertisement is how I say that word, advertisement. Next one I say vase. Vase, some people say vase, I think, and that's what you put flowers in, something that holds flowers. Next one I say root. R-O-U-T-E, root. I say it the same as a plant, the thing that sucks and absorbs minerals and water. I call it a root. The root in the ground is R-O-O-T, but I say the same, root. Some people say route. Next one, I say ballet is how you say it. I don't know how else you would say it. Ballet. Next one, tomato is how I say it. Tomato. Leisure is how I say it, leisure. Some people, like British English, they say leisure, I think. I say leisure. Next one, address is how I say it, address. Some people will say address, but I say address, okay? Next one, 8 is how I say that. I say it the same as the number, 8. Next one, buoy is how I say that word, buoy. A buoy is that thing that bobs up and down in the water. It's like a marker that's in the water, maybe for ships or for swimmers so they know something's there, danger or whatnot. Next one we say in the United States, most people say aluminum is how we say that, metal, aluminum. In British English, aluminium is how they say it. Next one, ant. Ant, my Aunt Terry. Ant, I say it the same as A-N-T, which is that little bug, but I say ant. Next one, wash. Actually, me, when I'm thinking about these words, I might say some of them slightly different. When I'm speaking to friends in a fast conversation, I tend to say wash. I know it's real hillbilly, wash. Wash, I say wash, and that's terrible, but I find myself doing it. My girlfriend used to make fun of me when I'd say, I need to wash my clothes. Like, what? You need to wash your clothes? Next one, oil is how I say it, oil. Oil. I don't know how else you'd say it. Oil. Oh yeah, I have. I've heard some people say oil. I say oil. Next one, theater. Theater is how I say that word. Some people say theater. Theater. You want to go to the theater? I say theater. Next one, iron. Iron is how I say that word. Salmon, and that's a fish. Next one, I always say caramel. Some people will say caramel, but I say caramel. How do I say it? Next one, fire. I don't know how else you would say fire. Next one, sure. Usually most people where I'm from, and I think most people in the US, put the S as an SH, sure. We don't say sir, we say sure. Next one, data is how I say it. Some people say data, I say data. Next one, ruin, is how we say that word. Ruin. Ruin means to destroy or to make bad or something. Ruin. Next one, crown. I've always called it crowns. And crown is the same on your head, but this is like those colorful little things kids use. I say them the same. Crown, crown. Some people say crayon, but I've never said crayon. Next one, toilet is how I say it. Toilet. I don't know how else you would say it. Toilette, maybe French people. Next one, I say New Orleans. New Orleans. Some people say New Orleans. I say New Orleans. Next one is pecan, is how I say pecan. Pecan is a nut, and they make pies out of it. This next one is both. Both. Next one, again. I say again. Next one, probably. Probably. Next one, spitting image. If I say it fast, I say spidding. Duh. Spidding image. If I'm saying it slowly so somebody could understand, I would say spitting image. But in spoken English, it would say spitting image. And when you hear spitting image, it just means two things that look identical. Okay? So you could say the identical twins or he is a spitting image of his brother. Next one, Alabama, is how I say it, Alabama. Next one, lawyer, lawyer. Next one, coupon. I've always said coupon, coupon. Instead of, some people say coupon, but I say coupon. I don't know why. Next one, I say mayonnaise, mayonnaise, mayonnaise. Some people say mayonnaise, but I say mayonnaise. Next one is syrup, syrup. I say syrup, syrup. But some people say syrup, but I say syrup. Okay, next one, pajamas is how I say it, pajamas. Next one, caught, caught. I caught the ball. And that's it. Next, there's two more that I want to add here because I say them all the time. The little short, the small little river. A river's big, the smaller one, most people say creek. I say crick, crick. And the top of a house, most people would say a roof. I say roof, a roof. He's up on the roof, you know. A little bit hillbilly, that's kind of what we say where I'm from. Next, we got a few questions quickly. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? That's something common in the USA during Halloween. You go up to somebody's house, say trick or treat. If they give you a piece of candy, you don't do anything, but if they don't, you do a trick or something. And so we call, when you throw toilet paper on their house or in their trees, it's called TPing. TPing. TP stands for toilet paper, not like a TP an Indian lives in, but TPing. I know in other parts of the country they say rolling, like in the South, they'll say rolling a house. We rolling, what I know rolling is when you take ecstasy, you're rolling, so don't confuse them. What is the bubbly carbonated drink called? A bubbly carbonated drink in the USA, I would call it a soda from where I'm from in Illinois, but my mom and dad and everybody else calls it pop. It's very common in where I'm from to say pop. Give me a pop. Pop is Sprite, Coke, Pepsi, whatever. I say soda. Also down south, a lot of times I'll say Coke. They'll call Coke for Pepsi, Sprite, everything. Just give me a Coke. And then I'll say, well, what kind of Coke? And you say Sprite, you know, or Dr. Pepper, you know, so that can be kind of confusing, but I say soda. What do you call gym shoes? I call gym shoes tennis shoes. I've always said tennis shoes. Makes no difference. I never use the word sneaker ever. I don't think that's the first time I've used it. What do you say to address a group of people? To address a group of people, I usually say folks. Hey folks, how you doing folks? Good to see you. Or hey guys, what's up guys? Guys or folks is how I say it. What do you call the kind of spider that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? I call it a daddy long leg, or a granddaddy long leg is what I call it. I don't know what else you call it. I've heard people call it other things, but I don't remember. What do you call your grandparents? I just call them grandma and grandpa. Grandma and grandpa. What do you call a wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? I call it a shopping cart. A cart. Go get me a shopping cart. Some people call it a trolley, I think. Next one. What do you call it when when rain falls while the sun is shining? What do you call it when rain falls when the sun is shining? I've never heard of it. Summer rain? I don't know if there's a word for that, is there? Summer rain, as in summer rain. I don't know what you would call that. Daylight rain. I would just call it odd. I don't know what the hell it happens, but I don't know what. I don't think there's a word for it. I don't know. What is the thing you change the TV channels with? I always just say the remote. I'd say, hand me the remote, you know. But some people say remote control. Some people say controller. Some people say, I don't know. But I say remote, only remote. Anyway, my friends, that's it. I travel around a lot. I'm living here in Serbia. And when I speak to big groups of students, which I do here, most of them understand me very well compared to some places. If you notice, in the Midwestern United States, where I'm from, like Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Iowa, in that general region, Nebraska, even Kansas, that general vicinity, most people talk similar to me. We've got a pretty neutral type accent. When you get a little bit north, you hear "oh." They'll say, I would say, let's go tomorrow, let's go to the store. And some up there they'd say, let's go. You want to go to the store? Oh. And I say, oh. You know, so there's a little bit of difference, but most like CNN, ABC, NBC, most big media places that anchors on TV, most of them are Midwestern, they say, because they have a more neutral type accent, and people find my accent easy to understand. Anyway, that's it. Hope I helped. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Toby. Bye-bye.